I decided to come back and compete locally. I wanted to compete against the best guys that were willing to compete against me. So when we started having the discussion, I was like, well, Vlad's the #1 guy in the country at 70 kgs, right? The weight I compete at in the gi. So the primary objective was to compete against the #1 guy and use that as sort of like a measuring stick to see like where am I against this guy that's had success internationally. He's a second degree black belt, medaled at World Pro Masters, and the primary objective was if I can beat Vlad, which I honestly truly believe I can, this will give me a great indication of where I am in terms of the other people that I would need to compete against internationally on the jiu-jitsu scene, especially in the gi. Gi is the primary objective right now, and once I can achieve something in the gi, then I'll move back onto no gi. So that was the primary driving force.
I remember as first as I saw him was here in Durban in one competition here, and he did very well. And I don't remember to watch his fights, but I always had a good impression, especially with the guys on his academy. Like they're very competitive, the highest level here, one of the best academies in South Africa, and we always see the guys doing very well. And he's one of the guys who's on the front line. I always have this impression that I will fight with the best guys in South Africa, and this is what I expected from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to the business end of this card, and we can't wait for the action to get underway. But let's get to our commentary team now. Big L and Monique, introduce this fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the gi title fight at lightweight, Warren King versus Vlademir Alves. Obviously, two leaders for their teams, two black belts, everything on the line here, title to go home. Monique van Staden, let's get straight into it since we can't wait. We're too excited.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. The next two matchups will produce two new lightweight champions. First up, a gi matchup at lightweight between two stellar black belts. In the red corner, a South African with a long history of combat sports. He carries his team with pride and leads from the front. Representing Kwan Vessel's Academy, please welcome Warren King. His opponent, originally from Brazil with a long history of global competitions, he too leads from the front for his team to beat BJJ in Durban. From the blue corner, please welcome Vlademir Alves. Your referee, Bobby Karajanidis.
I'm excited for this one, Al.
Oh, super excited, Lars. You know, I've long dreamt about high-level black belt gi jiu-jitsu on these mats, and we're finally going to get to see it. I think at this weight division, this is absolutely as big as it gets.
Yeah.
Two guys with a lot of respect for each other. Two guys who represent their teams, lead from the front, want to go out there and just show their worth, really.
Super excited. Just the technicality that gi jiu-jitsu brings is what gets me excited. A lot more to think about, a lot of base you need to bring in. And then obviously adding in some leg game into the gi jiu-jitsu is even more tricky.
And they've got 15 minutes to work here on this one for the title fight in the gi, so a lot of time to work. Warren pulling straight into the guard here.
A lot of people don't realize how aggressive the gi can be, and it's especially with pulling guard. So you have to move a little bit more slower, be a little bit more aware of things. There's not a lot of scrambling happening.
Yeah. Grips, grips, and grips.
Grips. So you can see, Warren's trying to move into the legs, trying to get into full guard position. Probably going to try and retain guard to work from there. He's got lots of time.
Oh,
entering
onto the
that leg,
immediately.
probably going to get into that heel hook position. He's got good control of the knee line.
No heel hooks allowed in the gi,
I mean,
Monique.
sorry, toe hold.
Always got to watch out for exposing the back there, Warren, but heavy on that leg.
Yeah. What's nice about the gi is you can slow it down quite a
Yeah.
bit.
And this is as high level as it gets. We're gonna have some very technical stuff we're gonna have to get through here.
Yeah, so both of them look like they want to enter, some form of berimbola or control of the leg entry. So both of those things can happen in those positions. It's really about breaking those grips first before you move. If you don't break the grips, the chances of getting swept, the sweeps are always there. So. Vlad on his side, you can see he's going to try and enter some form of bolo position, which obviously would lead through to the back. And Warren seems to be working for some leg entries.
Warren maybe also had an option to try and get up a little bit there.
Yeah. You can see even, the left side leg of Warren, if your feet are stuck, it's it's hard to move.
Yeah.
So he's on the leg, straight ankle position. It's much tighter in the gi. He's got control of his close side collar.
Yeah. Heavy onto that straight ankle.
But you
now
can
from
see
Warren.
Vlad's grip
Yeah,
on the
good.
gi is what's avoiding
Nice
that
little pass on
extension.
the leg and a step over to us, trying to escape. Warren's being relentless on it now.
And he's going for it.
Oh,
Well done. That was really well done by Warren. Straight ankle to win the belt. Very well done.
Warren, are you going to stand on this side? Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with your new champion. Let's hear it for Warren King. Warren, years and years, blood, sweat, and tears. How does this feel tonight to have the belt over your shoulder?
Feels amazing. I'll be honest. Rich started working with me for this camp about 6 weeks ago. We didn't even speak about Vlad. He was just adding like skills. And what I caught Vlad with tonight, we started 6 weeks ago. So training with us, training with Rich, training with the team, we don't even know what's happening most of the time, but there's a long-term goal with everything he does. So this one was purely Rich's mastermind.
And obviously, the gi is extra special for you. What does it mean going forward now that you've got the belts? Because it's almost like you get to the top of the pile and now you have to be the top dog and defend anyone that challenges you at the top.
The reality is that 70 is not actually my weight class. I didn't cut any weight coming into this match. So what I'd love to do is go down to 66. I know there's a new Brazilian black belt in town. I would love to have a gi match against him and lead the gi movement from the front.
Warren, lastly, just Submission Kings, the platform that provides you guys to express yourselves, to compete and showcase your skills. It's obviously quite special to you.
No, definitely. In 2019, Justin phoned me. He's like, I'm going to do this thing called Submission Kings. It's like, sweet. I got into a car with Rourke and another guy. We drove down for the first event. I was the first absolute champion, the first division champion. So
it's come full circle that I get to be the first gi champion. Thank you to Al and Feria for putting on an amazing event and for giving me the opportunity to take the #1 spot in South Africa.
Warren King, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Warren King.
The CMH Group, not just your local dealership, but the motoring team dedicated to your vehicle needs. Whether you are looking to buy a new or used car online or in one of our many dealerships, our trained staff will be there to guide you. With our state-of-the-art service centers, products and parts, we guarantee peace of mind. The CMH Group isn't just the first choice, we are the only choice. Visit your local CMH Group dealers today